Good morning, everybody. I'm happy that we are launching the Golden Jubilee of ICR and celebrating it in a unique way. I think MLD remains the fountainhead of all that we do. Hello. 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 Is it better now? Why we remember him? Because this was a man who had no fracture in his thinking and actions, who took a stand that philosophy and practice are one and the same. And then as an educationist, he sought out to develop education and training methodologies. Yoga, Karmasu Kaushalam, and lamp, lighting another lamp. These, I think, sum up his approach. A man creates an institution with a purpose. So the purpose of ICR is standardization of individualization. And it works on the tri-coordinate care. And we require instruments, systems to achieve our purpose. So SCR therefore stands at the heart of all that we do. And I think that is the biggest contribution of MLD to the homeopathic profession. It's a tough thing, not easy. Most of us have ambivalence. Because it requires integration of a rare kind. And the various things, the various strands of homeopathic philosophy, clinical knowledge, psychology, psychiatry, Indian philosophy, it takes a certain tapasya to master that, to internalize that. But anybody who practices this instrument rigorously over a period of time achieves this integration. And that develops certain qualities. So there is it's a method of, जिसको बोलते हैं ना, मट्टी से घड़ा बना. It's that. We are all raw people and we mature into something different. So the various qualities that MLD has laid emphasis to, that a homeopath should cultivate, whether it is sensitivity, empathy, discrimination, determination, idealistic bent, and objectivity. Attempt to become unprejudiced observer. And the last is care through self-dispersal and not self-development. This is the aim of the educational methodology, the kind of homeopaths the SCR system tries to create. You know why I'm talking all these things? When an organization lasts 50 years, the people who actually interacted with the founder are now going to become less and less. It is only the values and the systems that will continue to guide the organization for a foreseeable future. So we need to grasp what is at the heart of ICR. And from individual, go to those values and methods. These are some of the unique educational practices that MLD introduced through ICR. And even today's program is a proof of our Guru Shishya Parampara, where one learns as an apprentice under a senior. And the revolutionary changes of patient-centered learning, action learning, group discussion methods, all these are with us. The unique sensitivity training to train us as unprejudiced observers. And eventually the destination reason of developing reasoning and conceptualization. Now, these are all the essence of our educational methodologies. And there is a certain attitude about excellence. He lived yoga karma sukhaushalam. And so he always took a stand that the costs of doing a thing you can measure in terms of money, effort, time. But costs of not doing the thing are far greater. And if you don't do, the harm will be much greater. So adherence to system at any cost. This, I think, is a central feature of us. So I'm not going to talk too much. I may have shared it earlier also, for many those who don't know, how the values get transferred from one generation to another. The Jogeshwari Clinic was created by him through his personal investment. And even in a illiterate, poor population of patients, he insisted on system. Costs did not matter. The system has to be followed. And if the system is followed, the consultant was available always, even on phone. And that was the best experience we had from that clinic in the first year, where a patient of lung abscess on deathbed was managed by him on telephonic consultation without seeing the patient once, by relying on his assistants who were following the system. And then he said, if we were able to treat lung abscess, paisa vasool ho gaya. This would not have happened at Girgaon. So this has laid down the guidelines for how the trust should function. So it is only through the lived experiences that the values get transmitted. This is a spread of ICR which started in Bombay, then Bombay to Pune, Palghar, rest of the Maharashtra, Gujarat and Karnataka. This is a evolution of the trust. Some are the things that he started and some things in his memory. I think in one of our workshops, faculty retreats, we had imagined that there would be a day when we would have ICR flags everywhere in India. We would like this methodology to reach across. This is where we have reached today. That means a lot of infrastructure has been created. And that is why the legacy will continue. There was a unique model that he conceptualized when he was a consultant to Father Muller of a central hospital, peripheral OPDs, mobile units, and how you can reach out to the poorest of the poor while discharging tri-coordinate care. So that, again, the conceptual model has continued to guide our evolution, and in various forms it has expressed itself, whether it is Palghar, whether it is Baroda, whether it is Pune, everywhere that model has got replicated. You know, recently I read that article again for one presentation, and I was struck by this word. I had never been hit by that word earlier. He has mentioned that we need to have realistic idealism. That is a core philosophy. This is all that we will need to learn as homeopaths, the logic, the science, the art. But we reject compromise on philosophical grounds. We will not compromise. And we need conviction that if we'll follow the law, the results will be inevitable. We need to follow the law with right methods. So adherence to system, conviction, determination, with this realistic idealism. What he saw and what he did then, when he founded ICR, those methodologies are now coming to the forefront in the homeopathic scene. Whether it is the CBME or whether it is EPA, all they depend on the patient-centered learning and innovative, active action learning methods. And therefore, no doubt, our faculty members, the products of ICR training, all Kumar sir, Bipin, Hitesh, Anup, they're all at the forefront at the national level. So this is a stature that has been achieved because of following that system and the methodology. And there is a future ahead. So, which again has been open to us, though late, through advancing frontiers. And I think all of us need to assimilate advancing frontiers. The next level of the highest level that he had reached in his life. But again, I was again attracted by the last epilogue. And what he expects us to do as educationists. And he is saying that it is a full time in service that extends as a mission. So homeopathic education will demand that attitude. And homeopathy offers more work for less material benefit. The idealistic bent is essential for ICR. And all of us need to inculcate that as a way of life. Then all the infrastructure that we have created will actually deliver the functions that it is intended to deliver. And this is only possible through Guru Shishya Parampara. And that is the theme of our today's presentation, where all the committed, convinced, competent, confident professionals will share how this system has helped them to explore hidden potentials of homeopathy. So all the best to them. Thank you.